Music. Irrespective of your earnest efforts to assist, if the individual lacks the enthusiasm for transformation, your help may not have any impact. Epictetus proposed that our emotions are shaped more by our responses than the actual incidents. Being always present for others is a unique quality in this era, but it is crucial to realize that even with the best of intentions, if the person is not willing to change, they won't, regardless of the support you provide. Before investing your energy in situations that may not have a solution, watch this video for signs that you might be heading towards a dead end. We will discuss 9 categories of individuals who, for various reasons, do not wish to be assisted and usually need to manage their problems independently. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel before we start with the first category of people whom you should not help, ensuring you never miss significant information. 1. People veiled by self-created illusions. Certain individuals deceive themselves with their own fabricated tales, deviating from the Stoic advice of self-honesty and facing reality. This is akin to escaping problems. Stoics suggest that we should confront our mistakes for growth. The major issue with such people is that they are so engrossed in their imaginary stories that they overlook what others observe. They fail to understand that our minds can distort reality, perceiving things based on our emotions rather than the truth. They aren't deliberately harmful but are trapped in the habit of self-deception. This could have originated from a tough childhood where their need to fit in shaped their perspective. These challenges might have driven them to construct an alternate comforting reality. Helping them becomes difficult as they have created a strong mental barrier. You might try to persuade them that the earth is round, but they will rebut with flat earth reasoning. Despite showing them reality, they tweak it to match their perception. They will only truly transform if they acknowledge their flawed thought process, which often requires professional psychological intervention. This is reminiscent of contemporary political disputes where people rigidly adhere to their stance, disregarding logical inconsistencies and continue to believe they are right even when contradicting themselves. 2. Opportunists. Deep understanding of others is a rare and admirable human quality. Stoics advocated viewing the world empathetically, experiencing others' emotions without prejudice. However, be cautious of those who misuse this kindness. Some individuals perceive it as a vulnerability and pretend to be friends just to take advantage of you. How to identify them? Observe their actions. True friends seek help only when genuinely required, whereas these individuals frequently ask for routine favors, even for tasks they could manage themselves. Some people know how to manipulate your guilt. Initially, they might say, "You're a great friend, could you do this for me?" It's normal to seek help occasionally, but these people constantly ask for assistance, even when they are capable of helping themselves. They have no regard for your time. It's unfortunate because even when you are reluctant to help, you end up doing it anyway. They make you feel guilty for refusing. Despite your repeated assistance, they don't change, believing that someone will always be there to bail them out. We advise maintaining a distance from such people without feeling guilty. Remember, you only need to concern yourself with your own commitments. 3. Self-absorbed individuals. Some people are so egocentric that they perceive everything to revolve around them. For instance, if you discuss the worsening traffic situation in your city, such a person might dismiss it just because they haven't experienced any issues. When you share good news, like a new job, they might overshadow your joy by discussing their job dissatisfaction. It feels like they snatch away your happiness and replace it with their negativity. 4. Individuals who never acknowledge their errors. These people refuse to admit they were in the wrong, reflecting their lack of introspection and humility. These traits are deemed crucial for personal growth by philosophies like Stoicism. This category of individuals always deny their fault. They may attribute unfavorable outcomes to bad luck instead of acknowledging their missteps. It's critical for their learning process that they admit their mistakes. They often act without forethought and fail to comprehend how their actions might impact others. If things go awry, they will always find a scapegoat, never taking responsibility themselves. They assume their choices have no impact on others, or worse, they remain indifferent to the consequences. The challenge in helping them arises from their unwillingness to accept their errors. They always believe that they aren't the reason for any negative outcomes. If you think you can make them improve by instilling humility, you might end up wasting your effort. They constantly shift the blame when things go south. Failed an exam? It's the teacher's fault. Met with a car accident? It's due to the weather. Dirty house? It's because of their job. Can you genuinely assist someone who refuses to admit their mistakes? We believe it's appropriate to retreat. If they consistently reject your attempts to guide them towards improvement, it's not worth your energy. They usually just grumble and might even attempt to drag others down with them. It's better to distance yourself while you can. 5. People who don't plan for the future. It is frustrating to see someone you care about not utilizing their abilities, and you are unable to alter the situation. It's challenging when you try to remind them of the fleeting nature of life, and they seem indifferent. You're convinced that they are capable of achieving much more than they believe. Yes, relishing the present is crucial for happiness, but that doesn't negate the need for setting goals for the future. Our actions today shape our tomorrow. True happiness is derived from utilizing our innate and acquired skills to improve our lives. Some individuals are short-sighted, focusing only on the immediate. It's not that they lack abilities, but they don't consider how to utilize them for the future. They are proficient in many areas. The best way to assist them isn't by teaching new skills, but motivating them to apply the ones they possess. Often, all they need is to take action. They are cognizant of their potential and what they can achieve, but if they continually rely on assistance and fail to take initiative, it becomes challenging for you to stimulate growth in them. Remaining in this state impedes their progress. Ancient thinkers believed that striving for a better life is beneficial. Otherwise, negative emotions can take over. Anxiety, which is prevalent today, is one of those emotions. For those interested in attaining supreme happiness and success, like the ancient thinkers, comment, "I want the free ebook." 6. Individuals fixated on life's negatives. Some people habitually perceive the glass as half empty, contrasting with ancient thinkers who appreciated tranquility, resilience, and gratitude during hard times. Recognizing both life's highs and lows is essential for mental well-being. Everyone experiences bad days and feelings of sorrow or anger. However, it's entirely different to solely focus on the negatives and overlook the positive aspects of life. This only casts more gloom into one's life and obstructs the perception of the world's beauty. There are individuals who are adept at focusing on the downsides, and you will eventually realize that aiding them is a futile endeavor. While it's a natural instinct to want to help when they share their troubles, they seem to have a new problem for every solution you offer. Their perpetual negativity can start influencing your own mood. You might start feeling like you're watching the news, where most headlines are about disastrous events. As you offer numerous solutions, you might start suspecting they aren't seeking help but just relish complaining and gaining attention. They might even be discontent if all their problems miraculously ceased, as they seemingly enjoy discussing their complex mix of issues. Some people seem to always be talking about their problems to the extent that it seems to consume their entire life. They constantly lament about financial constraints, issues with their children or partners, or work frustrations. Can you truly make a significant impact on someone who complains about every facet of their life? Do they genuinely seek assistance? It might be best to refrain from trying. If you wish to maintain positivity and vitality, it's better to let them discover their own way. Over time, hopefully, they will learn to be less negative. Instead, invest your energy in individuals who genuinely appreciate your advice and aspire to progress. Otherwise, you might end up being as negative as the person you are attempting to assist. 7. People who never take responsibility. These individuals always blame others and lack self-reflection, opposing the concept that we should focus on our reactions to situations and not the situations themselves. If we don't manage our reactions, our emotions can overwhelm us, leading to confusion. How can you assist someone who believes all their problems are due to others and fails to acknowledge their own mistakes? If they can't recognize where they may be going wrong, they'll never strive for improvement because they believe they are already perfect. Some people incessantly blame others either because they fail to see their mistakes or choose to ignore them. They think if they lack friends, it's others' fault. If they are unhealthy, they blame the high cost of healthy food. If they miss job opportunities, they believe the interviewer was prejudiced. The best assistance you can offer is to allow life's experiences to enlighten them. Eventually, they might identify the real issues. 8. People who feel entitled. Some individuals think the world owes them everything and that they are inherently magnificent just by existing. This contrasts with the Stoic teachings of living in harmony with the world and others, and that respect and rewards should be earned. Some benevolent people wish to help these individuals perceive reality differently, but often, this advice isn't welcomed and might even be seen as a threat. Some people believe their attractiveness entitles them to favors, making it difficult for those trying to help as they frequently end up being exploited. Certain people believe they deserve excess attention when things don't go their way. They react indignantly and might manipulate the situation, even with those who've helped them. They'll probably only realize the need for change when they encounter the same behavior they've been exuding. 9. People resistant to learning or change. Stoicism advocates self-understanding and continuous improvement. However, some people are uninterested in acknowledging their flaws or evolving. They remain stagnant, often blaming others for their issues. Assisting them can be challenging as they neither listen nor accept advice. For instance, Joe never confesses when he's at fault. Even when he makes an evident error, he always finds someone else to accuse. Sarah receives constructive feedback at work but disregards it, believing her method is always superior. Mike experiences repeated relationship troubles but consistently attributes it to not having met the right person, instead of evaluating his own behavior. Linda frequently faces financial difficulties, but instead of attempting to budget or save, she blames her job for not providing adequate pay. Sometimes it's advisable to allow them to navigate their issues independently. You don't always have to handhold them through every step. Stoicism encourages us to live in harmony with nature, nurture strong relationships, and uphold accountability. By embodying these teachings, we can strive for a meaningful life in sync with the universe. Having a resilient mindset is crucial for this, just like the Stoics did. Want to know how? Check out the video on the screen. Until the next time.